It's one case.
They're both scary. Both of the discs were scary looking.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today, or I guess in this video, not today because today is Friday and tomorrow we're going to the movie. But anyway, in this video we are gonna go and watch The Black Phone. I'm very excited to see this movie. I've heard pretty much nothing but good things. And I'm also very excited because it's the same director who did probably one of my favorite scary movies, which is Sinister. Sam, your phone is ringing! Anyway, I forgot what I was saying because I was distracted by Sam's phone ringing and his hiccups. We're going to see The Black Phone tomorrow with my sister and my brother-in-law because it's the same director that did Sinister. Sam and I are watching Sinister today to kind of get ourselves prepared-ish for this movie. It's not in any way like related to Sinister. Like, it's not like this, it's like a sequel to Sinister, but I really like Sinister, so I will never pass up an opportunity to watch it. And Sam's never seen it, so he's excited to watch it as well, I think, because he doesn't like scary movies as much as I like scary movies. But either way, I'm excited to watch it. So I thought I would start this video. We are watching Sinister today, and then tomorrow we are going to see The Black Phone. Very excited. I'm so excited for this movie. I'm actually very excited that my sister is coming because my sister does not like scary movies. I don't know how she was convinced to come see this movie with us. Very excited regardless. So let's watch Sinister. So we're on our way. We're going to pick up my sister and my brother-in-law. We're going to see The Black Phone. Sam, what did you think of Sinister last night?
It was spooky.
It was so good. I really like Sinister. I rated it on IMDb and then I posted on my Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen my rating. But I rated it like 9 out of 10 because
it's really spooky.
It's so good. It's like literally one of the only scary movies that is like legitimately frightened me. And like there's jump scares in it, but they're real jump scares. Like it's not like jump scare and it's just like a cat or something. And also found out reading the trivia that the dog doesn't die. The dog didn't get killed. I would have liked that movie quite a bit less if the Chihuahua died. I rated it high because it's really good. I think the acting in it is really good. Even like the child actors, they did a really good job.
I think it's similar to almost like the feel of The Shining in the sense that I'm more nervous to what's going to happen than what's like happening, you know?
Yeah.
There's so much tension and there's so much like spookiness going on that
and the score in it
haunting.
Is so good.
Yeah.
The score like adds to the spookiness. And Sam was like, my only complaint is that Ethan Hawke needs to turn on a light every once in a while.
Yeah.
And it's true. That movie is very dark. There's barely ever any lights on, but it's just so well done. We're gonna go see The Black Phone. I'm very excited. Don't hit that guy crossing the street. Okay, see you later. Okay, so it's been a couple days since we saw The Black Phone, and here I am now with my thoughts and opinions on it. If you follow me on Instagram, you will see that I gave it a 7 out of 10. So basically, I actually like quite liked it. However, and I feel like this is a problem with a lot of movies, I feel like it was very much advertised as a scary movie, which kind of makes sense considering the director also did things like Sinister and The Exorcism of Emily Rose. I did not think it was scary in the slightest. Didn't keep me up at night, didn't give me nightmares or anything like that. Not saying that that's a bad thing because I still thought it was really, really good. My brother-in-law actually said he didn't really like it, mostly because he was expecting something scarier, which is a huge problem in movie marketing, is when you're expecting something else and then it's just not that at all. I mean, there were jump scares in it, but I definitely would consider it more of a psychological thriller than a horror or anything like that. I really liked it. I thought it was very well done. Ethan Hawke did really good in it. He was fantastic. I have one criticism, not necessarily with Ethan Hawke, but just his character, but I will get to that in my spoilers. I pretty much liked all the acting in it. Like there was a lot of like child actors, which can be one thing or another, and I think everyone did really, really well. Finney's younger sister, Gwen, was amazing. Finney himself was incredible. That's definitely not an easy role to play, and I think the actor, I think his name is Mason, did a really good job. Definitely it wasn't scary in my opinion. There was nothing keeping me like like curled up in a ball freaking out and covering my eyes or anything. Nothing like that. All the jump scares were like actual, like, I guess like real jump scares. Like it was actually something to be like scared about, not just like, oh, it's just a cat or a bird. It was also kind of fun to watch Sinister on Friday night and then go see this on Saturday, where even though Ethan Hawke is in both films, obviously very, very different roles. Like obviously in Sinister, he's a loving, caring father who is trying to protect his children, and in this movie he's a murderer. So two very different roles. I know I'm not really supposed to be talking about Sinister right now because this is about the black phone, but either way, Ethan Hawke is amazing in both roles. You definitely could see the similarities that this director uses. Like there's a lot of like Super 8 film footage used in the black phone. That's obviously a huge part of Sinister. I really liked how they used the Super 8 film footage in the sense that it wasn't just like randomly thrown in there. Like that was how the younger sister, who obviously has like the premonition dreams, that's how she dreamt, was like this kind of thing. So I liked how they kind of distinguished the two different filming techniques to distinguish reality from the sister's dreams. I did like that aspect of it. I won't go too much into it until I get to my spoilers, but I would have liked to know more information. I feel like a lot of horror movies and thrillers, they lack in the department in the sense that they give too much information, and it's like very spewing of information to the point where things don't really mesh well together and make sense. When we left this movie, I know my brother-in-law, my sister, and even Sam were saying that they wanted to know more about the younger sister who had these dreams and the premonitions and things like that. They wanted to know more about her. I was kind of in the boat where I was just like, I accept this. I accept the fact that she has premonitions. I have no problem with this. I don't need to know more. What I wanted to know more about, I'll get into my spoilers. But overall, I really, really liked The Black Phone. I thought it was really, really well done. If you like thrillers, psychological films, kind of paranormal films, I recommend it. I thought it was really, really well done. Even though I only gave it a 7 out of 10, I still am 100% going to buy it and own it on DVD and definitely rewatch it when it comes out. When we just rewatched Sinister the other day, there was things in it that I didn't pick up on the first time I watched it, so I definitely can't wait to rewatch this film to hopefully find more things similar to Sinister that I didn't pick up on the first time. Now we're gonna get into spoilers, so spoiler warning from this point on. If you haven't watched this movie yet, this is where I would suggest you turn off the video, or if you have watched the movie or you just don't care about spoilers, then continue on. My thing that I wanted to know more about was I wanted more backstory on the grabber himself. I wanted to know why he wore the masks. I mean, that wasn't as big of a deal. The major reason I wanted to know more about why he wears masks is the very first time you see him, he has white face paint on, and then every single time after that you see him, he has a mask on. At first, I kind of thought it was just like him trying to be spooky and scary. At the end of the movie, where there's like this scene with him and Finney is like basically trying to defeat him and escape, Finney rips off his mask and the grabber screams and immediately covers his face. So I just kind of want to know why he is so possessive of covering his face. I wanted to know more about that. Also, the first time Finney wakes up in the room and he sees the phone, the grabber tells him that hasn't worked not since I was a kid. So I kind of questioned, is part of the reason he is a kidnapper and kills children is because he has like issues from when he was a child? Like, was he kept locked down in this room when he was a child? Was there some sort of trauma in his life that now has led up to him being a child murderer and stuff like that, and beating young boys and things like that? I would have loved just a little bit more backstory on his character. I feel like that would have brought this movie to a 9 or even 10 out of 10 for me. Just knowing a little bit more about his backstory. The, I guess, finale scene was absolutely incredible. I figured it was coming that Finney would survive and Finney would get out, but I really loved the way he actually defeated the grabber and got out of the room. Basically, every single time the black phone rings, it's one of the victims of the grabber giving him a clue, and with every single clue he gets, it kind of is like makes the audience think that this is the way out. So the first clue he gets is that the tiles are loose, and so he has to dig under the floor. So I feel like they were trying to almost hint at dig basically completely out of the house, similarly to like Shawshank Redemption kind of a deal. That's what I was thinking. And the second clue was the cable to pull down like the window barrier. So it's like, okay, so now is he going to be able to like climb out and get out of the window? Every single clue he got, it kind of felt like, okay, now you can get out because of this, or now you can get out because of this. But what I really, really liked about the actual ending and the actual like killing of the grabber was him using all the clues together in order to defeat the grabber. So he used like the cable to trip the grabber to then fall into this hole that he had dug, and he used like the windows, the like barrier he pulled off the windowsill to then have in there, which ended up snapping his ankle, so then he was trapped in there. It was really good. Just the way it all happens was so well done. I thought it was really, really cool. There was a part right at the end, like literally right before Finney kills the grabber, that the phone rings one more time. I mean, it makes no sense that the phone rang in general because it never worked. But now at this point in the movie, Finney has like completely detached the receiver and the cable from the actual physical phone on the wall to then use the receiver as a weapon. And Sam thought this part was really cheesy, but basically he's using what is left of the cord of the phone to strangle the grabber, and you hear the phone ring one more time, and then Finney puts the receiver to the grabber's ear and he says, "It's for you," and it's the voices of all the boys he killed basically telling him, haha, Finney's gonna kill you, you're dead, and then Finney kills him. And Sam thought that part was really cheesy because he was like, the phone can't ring, it's detached. It's like the phone never technically worked, Sam. That was the whole paranormal side of this movie, was that the phone never ever worked, and yet it still rang and he was still talking to these dead kids, helping him escape. So I had no issue with that part. I liked the ending. I thought it was really, really well done. The ending was honestly probably my favorite part. Like, it was really good. Like I said, me thinking every single little clue he got, like this was the way out, like to do this or do this or do this, and the fact that he used every bit together to then be the way he escaped, I thought that was really well done. If you like thrillers, if you like psychological movies, paranormal movies, it's not really like a ghost story or anything like that, but I really liked it. I thought it was super, super good. It's not perfect. There's definitely a few things that I would have liked explored more or explained more. And the movie isn't even that long. It's 143 minutes, so it's not super duper long. So, and it definitely didn't feel long. Like, it didn't drag or anything. Like, it felt very well paced. In that sense, I feel like they had room to add more, and they had room to explain things a little bit more. Not necessarily better. I thought the things that were explained were good. I just wanted more information. I wanted to know more about the grabber. With all that being said, 7 out of 10. I really liked it. I can't wait to buy it on DVD and hopefully find more things that I didn't pick up on the first time. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, I'd love it if you would like and subscribe. I post new videos every single Friday, and I'd love to have you here. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.